Hello, everybody. Super good morning to everyone. How is everybody doing? Welcome to a wonderful Monday today. And today this is time that we talk about the forecast for the month of September. So fast, huh? Right. So right now, still haven't gone to September yet. We are talking about the forecast in this September. About time to talk about it. So we are moving into the month of the rooster. Specifically, it is called the water rooster pillar, which is the Kuiyu pillar. Right, so it is valid from the 7th of September until the 7th of October 2024. How is everybody doing so far? Right, so I can see that the chat room is empty at this current moment, right? So no worry about that, right? So we will talk about this particular month in this, right? So now rooster is naturally a combine for the dragon, which is the year itself, right? So that's why this is a combined year, right? So when you have a combined year, when you have a combined situation coming, which means that the rooster actually get additional energy support from the dragon. So it's like the boss going out with you, right? So now you go out and then the boss is beside you, right? So that's the situation. So I can see that Sandy has came in, right? So Pak Poi Jing is came in already. So good morning to you guys, right? So hopefully you guys are excited, about this particular month. All right, so let me just bring myself down to the smaller version. We will go into the presentation itself and look at, the energy signature for all the 10 DayMaster. Right, so what is the DayMaster? We'll introduce you with the DayMaster itself. Right, so want to get connected with me, right? So there are a few channels here that you can use to get connected with me. Primary, it will going to be Telegram. So you can join the Telegram channel right now, chit chat and download stuff, right? So hello Guan Boon, how you doing? Good morning to you as well, right? So chit chat, downloading stuff, anything that I want to let you download, it will be basically be dumped into the what we call the Telegram channel, right? So then if you want a newsletter, now newsletter is another form of communication or another form of content that I'm making for people who is a bit lazy to watch video. They like to read stuff. Right, so I got all my forecasts. The forecast for the newsletter would actually come out first. So the forecast will usually come out between first or second weeks of the month for the next month, right? So that's why it come up quite early, right? So if you want the forecast in a more early format, go and subscribe to the what we call the newsletter. So the newsletter has a free subscription, which we will get all the free content, and also there's the paid subscription. The paid subscription, you will get the paid content. So like currently it is publishing a property selection guide inside the paid content side of it. So if you want to read the property selection guide, then go become a paid member. Before this, we have published the 60 pillar, right? So the 60 pillar is also being published under the paid content, right? So and of course, this particular community, which is the Facebook community, right? So this is also a place we can chit chat and also after some question you want to ask, up to you. So you want to get in contact with me, you can use a messenger to get in contact with me. You can use the Telegram to get in contact with me. You can even PM me using Substack. Any one of these method will basically get you have access to me. Right, so now plotting of your Bazi chart, right? So you need to plot your Bazi chart. So I'm working with this particular company, which is Typing Astro right now, to make the software a little bit more user friendly. Right? So I'm from a user perspective trying to use this particular software. So I'm not a programmer for this particular software. They are still the programmer, they do the programming, right? So I'm just making it look nicer. So you can use this, you can sign up. Again, you can sign up for the free version, you can sign up for the pro version, which is the paid version for this. The only difference is pro version got more information to display. The normal version, you get normal. Right, so normal, you still get this. So where is the DayMaster? The DayMaster is this little fella here on the day. So there are 10 of them. Jia Yi Bing Bing, Wu Qi Gen Xing Ren Kui. So there's 10 fellow of them. They act as the focal point for a Bazi reading. So your DayMaster will not change over time. So you just need to plot your DayMaster one time in your lifetime only. And then you just remember that, and all the 10 DayMaster forecast session will be applicable using the DayMaster. So we'll go through all the 10 DayMaster itself, so that we'll be able to find out which is which. Hello, good morning, Winnie. How are you doing? Right, so hopefully Penang is fine. Right, hello, Michelle. How are you doing? So like for us in KL right now, the hottest thing is a sinkhole in Jalan Masjid India. Jalan Masjid India seems to have a lot of sinkhole. and they are blaming the underground activity, right? So which is the development of I don't know, LRT, MRT, or whatever T it is, you know, that's causing all the sinkhole. But anyway, doesn't matter, right? So just be careful when you guys are walking around that area, okay? Right, so this is how you identified it. Now this is the software that you can use, right? So this particular month, if you take a look at it, right, so it's the month of Kuiyu, right? So now we got 12 months in a year, right? So we are reaching the juncture of the September month, you want to call it, right? So now some of you may still have the question, why is this not aligned to the Gregorian calendar? Because the Gregorian calendar is useless in the world of Chinese metaphysics. Chinese metaphysics uses the solar calendar, right? It uses the solar calendar, so it is basically using the 24 what we call the 24 season term to determine the cutoff point between which date is there. Nothing to do with the Gregorian calendar. Just forget about the ever existence of the Gregorian calendar, but we will still name this as September for familiarity purpose. All right. Right, so I can see that there's a Coco Lee here. Right, so there's a Sylvia here as well. You know, good day and good morning to all of you. Right, so this particular month for the auxiliary star, so you got Grand Duke combo. Now Grand Duke combo symbol rooster combined with dragon, so that's why it's called Grand Duke combo. So Grand Duke combo basically amp up your authority level, because right now the boss is behind you. Right, so you got Earth Relief. Right, so you got month virtue, and importantly, you got peach blossom. So for those of you who want to improve your charm, this is the month for you to go out and improve your charm. Everybody get a free charm ticket for this particular month. Right, so traditionally, peach blossom we used to find husband or used to find wife. It doesn't matter which one they're going to go. That's traditionally how they use it. But of course, today in a modern term, you know, you need relationship more than that particular love husband wife relationship. You need to build relationship with your customer. You need to build relationship with your boss. The peach blossom actually assists in this entire process of attracting attention from people. Hello Mary Chin, how are you doing? As you can see that Kelvin and Gabby are joining in as well. Right, so all this style is available for you to use. You know, feel free to basically use it. Okay. Right, so and then last part of it, you know, combine and also clash. Now combine and clash is nothing more than to improve intensity of people who have this particular pillar in their chart. So your Bazi pillar, your Bazi 4 pillar, right? Maybe they are one of the pillar which is Wu Chen, right? So maybe you got one of the pillar which is Wu Chen. So it attracts this particular month energy into your chart in a more intense manner. Right, so which means that now when we attract the energy in, it doesn't mean it is good, it also doesn't mean it's bad. It just means that you have a bigger reaction towards this particular energy. Whereas clash is called a repel. Right, one is called you attract it in, and another one is called repel. Right, you just imagine this as, you know, the Kuiyu as chili, right? So chili, hot chili, right? Some people love spicy food, hot food, you know, chili food. Somebody love it. So the one that is called Wu Chen love this food, whereas the one that is called Ding Mao cannot take spicy food. So there's nothing wrong with the spicy food. There's nothing wrong with Kuiyu. It's just that some people have this natural rejection towards it. Some people have a natural welcome towards it, right? So if you got these two pillars, which means that this month, for whatever that particular pillar is representing, you have a bigger reaction towards the energy that is coming towards this. All right, good. Right, so now at this juncture, you know, I would like to ask you all, what DayMaster you want to start with, right? Interestingly, because I got a menu. Right, so last time no menu, cannot let you choose. This time got menu already, right? So hello Cindy, how are you doing? Right, hello Eve. Right, so I can see Samantha is around as well, right? So no, so which DayMaster do you guys want to start with? Sin metal, right? So Pekpu wanna start with sin metal, right? So any other pick? Right, that has a little bit more. Rain water, does anyone wanna take a look at rain water? So no, rain water as well. Eve also, Eve is wanna rain water. Cindy wanna look at, at least don't have. Samantha one GF, Kelvin one GF. Yeah, seems like GF is a little bit of a winner right now. Right? Any other one, you know, find GF? Samantha also GF. Okay lah, we go for GF. Let's go in and start off with the GF itself. Right, so if you take a look at GF itself, you have an indirect wealth coupled with eating god. Right, so actually in direct well eating got coupled together, this combination is a very big what we call business opportunity combination. So which means that for those people that is GF, generally you'll be able to see a lot of business opportunity. Right, so now the graphic, if we take a look at it, is basically what we call a sorting machine. These are wonderful stuff. These are wonderful stuff. My experience with a sorting machine is actually, last time when I was still working in corporate, we do this thing called paper shredding. I do paper shredding. We also do what we call digital shredding. Digital shredding means that we destroy hard disk. Yeah, so we take the hard disk, we take puncher, destroy hard disk. So there's a lot of things that we do, right? So one of the headache stuff that you need to do is that you need to separate the metal material out of the sorter, because if you send the paper, we also send the paper for recycling. You cannot send the paper to recycling with metal plastic parts inside. It's not going to be healthy for the recycler, by the way, right? So they don't like it. So what we do is that we need to sort this sort of things out. So one of the things that we sort of like, I don't know what we call invented or retrofitted, was a rather strong electromagnet on the conveyor belt. So we put a row of magnet on the what we call the conveyor belt. So when the paper with the metal parts, that we have shredded, go through it, so we make the conveyor belt jump a bit, as in they shake. So all the metal parts, will get sucked up to the magnet side of it. That take care of a lot of the sorting work, or else you need to get somebody to basically remove it. So same thing now. Right now the sorter is very good, especially talk about fresh fruit. They are able to sort out which are the fruits which is higher value versus lower value fruits. Which one that look nice, they got laser camera. They got laser camera that is able to identify different colors. Right, they are very accurate at different colors. Then they are able to take out all those what we call expensive looking fruits and sell it at expensive, right? So that is one of the bigger invention that is happening in the industrial side of it, right? So that's why this particular month the GF people is able to do, right? Need to remove the stapler before shredding. Stapler is actually smaller problem. Stapler is a smaller problem, but the work of trying to remove the stapler is no good. So what happened is that we just throw everything inside and let it shred. Our shredder is a very powerful German shredder, so it can shred anything. And we do that. But anyway, right, so back to this one. So you can see that GF actually have quite a lot of what we call business idea, right? So you can see that, if you can solve this particular idea in this particular manner, it will be really great. The part of it, you need to be careful of is that sometimes the indirect wealth and eating god combination, sometimes they lack what we call execution mind, right? So a bit on the greedy side. It's like too concentrated on one or invention, betting everything on that particular invention, that they forget to develop other part of the invention, right? So just be careful of that on here for the GF people. So of course, again, if you don't have and you need business idea, talk to GF people. You bring whatever you have, you talk to the GF people, and then the GF people will be able to give you some sort of idea as to which direction to go. They may have, the Kipling, what we call the light bulb moment, and tells you, certain information that you have not looked at. They are able to see this sort of opportunistic opportunity for you to execute certain things, right? So you can basically do that. So GF friends, this particular month pretty awesome. So you can basically have fun with them, right? So let's take a look at after GF is Keng Metal. Now Keng Metal, if you watch enough movie before, you will start to see that all the movie basically has this path of story whereby they build the entire movie up so that you reach the finale fighting scenes between the protagonist and also the arch enemy, right? So this is from Matrix, by the way. So this is the part whereby Agent Smith, right? So having the big fight together with Neo, right? So the great thing is that they got the slow-mo punches, and then all the water splatter all over the places. The water just what we call like avoided the punches, like the punches got a bit of a chi feel inside. Pa, 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 you know, those, it looked really great. So the hurting officer, you know, yeah, dramatic. Right. So the hurting officer Rockwell, right? Now Rockwell is in charge of competition. So hurting officer is in charge of you want to call flamboyant display, right? So can you see that this particular combination is you can say the Keng metal for this particular month is a little bit on the vain side. The Keng metal is afraid like people don't see them. So you have the opportunity, or you have the ability to dramatize things. So of course, now what you dramatize is the important part, right? So if you're dramatizing certain things that really give you a footing on what you are doing, then great. If you're dramatizing things, there is not of any advantage to you, aka called throw tantrum. By the way, you know, hurting officer Rockwell is also a throwing tantrum sign. Yep, right. So this is like, you know, sibling fighting for toy. Yeah, the fellow took my toy. You know, it's hurting officer Rockwell, right? So Rockwell is basically a sibling, by the way, right? Rockwell situation is a sibling situation, right? So of course, you know, when you have hurting officer attract attention. The risk that usually hurting officer have is that, you know, they attract attention, but then they don't have substance to deliver. Right, so this is the situation whereby, you know, you go and hoo ha ha with people, say this, say that, but when it actual come to the actual fighting and punching, you don't know how to fight one. You just get beaten up by people. Got those people one, right? You know, like to talk a lot, right? To talk a lot, oh, blah. But when you really come to, you know, punching, a fist fight, you better make sure that you got the substance, right? Because sometimes you don't know what your opponent is capable of. Yeah, you know, you got no idea what your opponent is capable of, and then you just run your mouth ball, and then, you know, your opponent just beat the pot out of you, right? So you will run into those side of risks. So you better understand what is your own personal circumstance first before you attract the attention. Once the attention come already, there's no way for you to what we call go backward. Right, so, you know, if you need somebody to what we call amplify stuff for this particular month, get the Keng metal to do so. Right, so, you know, this is especially good if you have a secret that you don't want to tell people. You tell to Keng metal, then everyone will know the secret. Okay, right, so they are effective loudspeaker for this particular month. You know, it's like a big bell. Ding, 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 you know, the what we call the city bell. You know, city bell, when you knock the city bell that time, it means that, you know, there are big announcement coming. It's your hurting officer Rockwell. Okay, right? So big announcement coming. But when they go there and then when your announcement is not in sync, then a bit of a problematic for you, right? So steam metal is EG and also Friendstar, right? So EG, Friendstar, both of them are what we call rather friendly energy, right? So EG is a very friendly energy, by the way. At least it is a very what we call a reserve energy, right? So Friendstar is always very collaborative, right? So since Eating God is in charge of what we call creative solutioning, right? So you have the Friendstar together, means that there are a group of people coming together to come up with new ideas, group of people coming together to, you know, come up with solution, right? So no, it's like your what we call your do you guys play with these things called the pressure jet? It's fun. It's a fun thing to play with, you know. I have a period of time whereby, you know, I bought some pressure jet and, you know, play around with it. It's really fun, you know, doing cleaning using pressure jet, you know, washing car, washing the pavement, just shoot the thing, right? Because the pressure when it goes in, right, so it just clean everything very nicely, right? So it's fun, right? So, and also from time to time I also watch those YouTube. They have this, you know, cleaning service. They use pressure jet to, you know, clean stuff. You know, it's fun watching. I like to watch, right? So it's that particular idea of being able to clear things up by gathering a lot of equal or same-minded people together, So you come together and say that, hey, I got this particular idea, and everybody chip in. Everybody chip, oh yeah, no, it's a great idea, we can improve the idea in this particular area, we can improve that particular area, right? So that's basically what it's doing, right? So of course, in the engrossing environment of trying to, get the idea out, sometimes you spend too much time in one area, right? So it's where, you just jet the same area, forgot to jet the rest of the area. Right, so it doesn't help because if you jet the area for too long, you will also start to damage the whatever it is. Yeah, the power jet is power enough that it will damage. Right, so be careful of that particular thing happen. Right, so now same thing. If you have some idea, you want to test the idea out, you can look for same method, because same method will be able to gather enough people to stress test your idea. You put your idea up, they will add into it, they will have their opinion on, what's the ideas about, how to work on to the idea, right? So of course, just be careful, the idea might go different direction. It go different direction though also is problematic. So focus is what you are looking for. You need some form of focus here to make sure that the idea is not running all over the places. Okay, so run water, personal favorite always. Right, personal favorite is always run water, right? So when you see rock wealth, the word competition or comparison, rock wealth is actually the power of comparison, right? So I always wanted to use this particular picture. It's a person who is washing his car during rain, and I think every single car owner also know this particular curse is that it always rain after you go and wash your car. Don't know why, right? So you can think of this as something called a redundant effort. So redundant efforts is like this. You want to do something, you want to solve a problem. A lot of people, right, I don't know why, right, they waste time on coming out with a new solution. In actual sense, right, whatever problem you have today, right, somebody else has already come up with a solution once or twice before. Why don't you just refer to somebody else? That's where the direct resource come in. So when you got raw wealth and direct resource, is basically copy your competitor lah. That's it lah. Go and take a look at what other people is doing, especially today, right? So you can use ChatGPT to ask any stupid question, right? So whatever you have in your mind, right, just dump it into ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT, is there any previous similar solution that has come out? I'll tell them to list 10 for you. They will give you some solutions so that your brain starting to roll towards the idea, right? By the way, that's how I use ChatGPT most of the time, right? So it's like, you got certain things that you don't understand, you don't know, just throw it into ChatGPT. Tell the chat, it's very easy. Just tell ChatGPT, right now you're an expert in whichever topic that you want to talk to, right? So I want to solve this particular problem right now. What suggestion do you have, right? So you just do that, and then they will spill a bunch of stuff for you. Then you can start your thinking from that point onwards. So, this one is a solution, that one is a solution, somebody have tried this before, right? So this is basically the things, right? So don't go and do redundant thing, right? So if you know that it's gonna rain already, at least save some water, right? You can bring soap and go and clean the car while it's raining. It's fine, it's completely fine, but don't take a hose and hose down the car because the rain will clean it. All right, so yep, right. So of course, when you take a look at this situation, rock wealth direct resource is you need to be careful with how many research that you are doing, right? So it's best in this particular situation is to look at the best in your industry, so that you don't look at everybody else, because there are going to be some people the idea is really not good, right? Which means that that they are not doing very well, then you don't need to look at how they're doing. Like for example, if you want to open a cafe, right, you should have some reference cafe in your mind, as in some successful cafe that then you reference what they are doing. You don't go and check out some run-of-the-mill cafe that's not doing very well, right? So you don't go and take a look at them. That's for wasting time. You need to be able to select which are the I usually call them worthy rival, right? Worthy rival. So it's like now badminton is very big in Malaysia, right? So you guys know Lee Chong Wei, right? So now Lee Chong Wei, the worthy rival is called Ling Tan. Every single time Ling Tan do better, Lee Chong Wei would try to do better. So Lee Chong Wei will see, what training Ling Tan is currently doing. Lee Chong Wei would also go and do the training. At the same time, Ling Tan also see what is training that Lee Chong Wei is doing. And Ling Tan will also try to train how Lee Chun Wei is trained. So can you see that this two person is like oh, better than you, better than you, better than you. This is called a very healthy rivalry between two persons that they are learning from each other. You want to be in this particular position whereby you have certain people, certain mentors, certain businesses that you are able to learn and also absorb their essence, right? So and help you out. Don't go and do redundant thing. Raining time, don't push down your car and wash your car. Right. So next one is basically your Quiwater. Right. So Quiwater is also the friend star versus the indirect resource. Now, a lot of time I tell people the difference between direct resource and indirect resource is just that direct resource has to do with deepening of a knowledge. Indirect resource has to do with widening of a knowledge. So that's why indirect resource is always being termed as being the more curious or capable energy. Right, so with friend star around, you can imagine this as a situation whereby news is coming in from all over the places. You got a lot of friends, right? A lot of friends send you news. There's no quality in the news one. So if you take a look at it, this is also one of the greatest invention in farming. It's called the sprinkler system. So what does the sprinkler system do? It transport water and then it spray the water all over the place. So if you are the plant that need water, right? If you plant that need water, this is great. But at the same time, the water also spray from all over the places. You also don't know where the hell is where. Right? So actually the objective of the root, is to go deep and find a stable water source. Right? So what we call the water base. Right? So any piece of land actually has a water base one, which means you go deep enough that you collect water there. So the root is supposed to go down to the water base so that it will always have water. So when you have this particular situation when it's spraying everywhere, right? What happens is that the root will not go deep, because the water don't go deep, the root won't go deep, but the root will go wide. Good and bad also is the same thing, right? So because of this constant water spraying, the plant is a bit lazy. Yes, because there's always water given a bit lazy. So in yourself is that if you always rely on your friend to bring you the information, then you're a bit lazy when it comes to this. Is where you get scammed very easily. Because you lost the ability to assess information on your own self. You are always relying on other people to send you the information. So it's convenient that got people send you information. Right? So, but then you are like, trapped inside the comfort zone right now. You don't know how to do your own research. More importantly is that you are afraid to do your own research. So you always rely on expert. You always rely on, other people's opinion. You always rely on, right? If you go into that particular stage, then no good because again you don't have the ability to independently assess the situation. So just be careful of that. But anyway, it's great, right? So also same thing, right? You want to exploit a Quiwater is that you go ask Quiwater for information, right? Quiwater for information, and somehow the Quiwater will be able to, through the Quiwater grapevine, obtain the information that you need and give you the information. All right, so of course your job again is to basically do your own due diligence on the information, even whether it is in line with whatever information that you already have. That is your own responsibility. Please don't take information lock, stock and barrel from people. Right, so let's take a look at Jiawood. Right, so the Jiawood is basically direct resource. So just now I tell you direct resource is going deep, right? So when it coupled with the direct officer means that you got certain discipline, right? So direct officer, direct resource is somebody who has a lot of experience, who is usually a bit more older than you, who is usually a little bit more authoritative than you, is willing to depart knowledge towards you. So this is like meeting an old sifu, right? So an old master traveling, past your town, and then the old master see you, so I see shadow of myself in you, right? When I was young, that time I wasn't I don't have the privilege of having a mentor or somebody, a higher master to show me the path. And now I see you, I would like to show the path to you, as in, the thing that I've done, the important thing that I've done. So it's basically this particular situation. So if you have something that you want to learn, right? If you have something that you want to learn, so this is building a proper root system for a tree. Right, so for Jiawood is building a proper root system for a tree, right? So what is basically doing. So for you to grow strong and deep, you need to have that particular mentor. You need to have that particular coach, that particular guide to assist you in terms of the knowledge that you want. So of course, now the question is, what are the knowledge that you're trying to build? And this one, depending on what you are doing, right? So like for example, if you are doing sales, then probably marketing is a skill set that you need to deepen, right? Because no marketing, you cannot attract people. There's no sales to do. Right, there are just too many salespeople in the market that does not know how to do marketing. So they are like, I don't know whether you guys got seen this YouTube video. There's a bird that open the mouth and expect the worm to jump into the mouth, and they chase after the worm. The worm is running away, then chase after the mouth. It doesn't go and peck the worm, just go near the worm and then open the mouth, because all this while the mother is the one that put the worm into the mouth. The bird has no concept that you need to go and take it, right? So some salesman is like this. Some salesmen sit around there, oh, your company need to give me leads, or company did not give me leads, that's why I cannot do sales. Hey, hello, go and find leads on your own. Alright, so go and learn marketing skill set, go and find leads on your own. That's basically what you can do. Right, so then of course, if you take a look at it, need to be careful a little bit side of it is that, if you're pursuing knowledge, if you're pursuing rubbish knowledge, this is where I say poor nutrient come in. Also no use, so you need to be a very good judge as in what are the things that you're pursuing. So if you're pursuing the wrong thing, wrong direction, then you're growing your root to the wrong direction, then also no use. Right, so by the way, seed metal is like small scissors. All right, so seed metal, small scissors, you have the root, the scissors is cutting the root. So you are growing your, what we call your root to the wrong direction, then you won't get strong, right? So this one is, what you watch, right? So, this is a lot of time what I tell my daughter. Tell my daughter is, hey, the thing that you're watching, no nutrient one, no wonder the little brain seems to be a bit empty. Right, watching no nutrient stuff, that's what I always tell her. Right, so let's take a look at Yi Wood, right? So Yi Wood got IR and also 7 killing, right? So now IR 7 killing is a rather rather brave, right? So IR 7 killing is the willingness to try certain things that you are not willing to try. Usually it's called dangerous thing, in order to find out what are the repercussions. This is like exploring the dark forest, right? So now the idea of dark forest is like this: that when you are making a town, that time you go to a new place, you make the town. So you actually don't understand the topography. Don't understand topography mean that you don't know which part is got crocodile, you don't know which part got tiger, you don't know which part got wolf when you are new. Right, so what happens is that you need to go through this entire process called exploration. So which means that you need to risk your life, go into that particular area and see whether there's any animal that come and jump over. If there's panther come over and chase you, then you run. Then you go back to town, you tell people that that part got panther. Then you start to build a wall so that the panther don't come, right? But here's the problem: after the wall has been built already, a lot of times people doesn't know why the wall is there. And this is where the black forest come in. The black forest, or the dark forest is where the elder tells the younger one, that is the dark forest, you shall not go near the dark forest, but they don't tell you why. They don't tell you that because the dark forest got 3 tigers inside. They don't tell you that. They say, you cannot go into the dark forest. And what happened? Every single time people go in and die. Alright, so you're the explorer, you dare to go and try new stuff. Go and try new stuff. It's not like last time. Last time really, it's gonna have a problem. So this one per se is like your gecko losing the tail. Right, K-Paw go there, got chased by animal. Then what they do, they just disconnect their tail so that the animal can eat the tail, whereby they can escape. Right, so this one, you need to be able to know what are the things that you can safely lose. Right, so if you are entire thing going to K-Paw, going to be curious, is just gonna be wasting your time, then it's fine. Right, so although time is a very scarce commodity, but you also need to know that whether you do, you don't do anything, times you will pass by on its own. Okay, right, so go and do your exploration, as long as you're fine with the overall loss. Even if you talk about investment, then there's this investment opportunity. The opportunity say that 10,000 one lot, and that 10,000 baht is nothing to me. Buy. Right, really seriously, if you take a look at all the big one, it's like your your Amazon, your Uber, your Facebook, your Alibaba, the initial investment for those people who make it big is just 100,000. You go and read all those stories. You know that the initial, what we call the founding team, yeah, they only put in 100,000. That's it. And then they got 20, 30, 40, 50, 400 fold of return, for their 100,000. 100,000 is a losable amount for a lot of investor, by the way. Right, so they no sweat putting 100,000. Okay, right. So then take a look at Ping Fire, right? So now Ping Fire got the DODW. Now DODW is among one of the better combination when it comes to money making, right? So I call it rain or shine. You still go to work, right? DO is discipline, right? So direct wealth is basically responsibility, right? So when you have discipline and responsibility together, you know your place, you know that this is an important thing, right? So if we take back the black forest, the dark forest as a thing, so you are the guard that is on the wall between internal and external. So your job is to prevent people from going to the dark forest, right? So that's basically your job. So you have that responsibility and dignity to do so, right? So this month is basically a very important month for you to highlight, right? So to highlight your worth to people, right? So to highlight your worth to people, you are the dependable person, right? So rain or shine, good or bad, I'm here to do my responsibility to get my work done, right? So the important thing is that this build your reputation up as somebody who is dependable. So next time, if there is any work to be assigned, you seems to be the primary candidate to be selected to carry the work. Also on the curse side of it, right? You may be in a situation whereby everybody work get dumped to you because the rest of the people cannot finish their work, right? Or they are not reliable to finishing their work, and you happen to be the reliable party. Sometimes it's a curse. They dump everything onto you, right? So you would have the feeling that don't have enough support, feel like they are nobody there to assist you, right? So it is all because of you thinking that you're the only one who can get the work done, which a lot of times sometimes is true, right? But how much of the responsibility you want to take is up to yourself, right? So it's up to yourself. So you need to know how to put your hand on your own shoulder to cheer yourself up. If you're waiting for other people to cheer you up, right? Overwhelmed a bit lah. I would say that a bit overwhelmed. It depends on how we handle the situation. Okay, it depends on how we handle the situation. Like for example, young children going out to play in the rain, they don't feel overwhelmed. They actually enjoy. Right? Yeah, you can see young children going out and play in the rain, and versus adult. Adult, when they see rain, they frown one, right? Oh, it's raining. But you will give little children, the fellow will just run out. They got no worry. And so if you are that type of attitude one, right, got a lot of work, it's like, oh, there's a joy that, there's a lot of work, to go inside, then you are fine lah. Right? So, but if you're frowning, then, right? So nothing, Think Fire got a 7 killing on the top. 7 killing is always, a lot of time is risk related, right? So it is risky. So anyway, with the 7 killing around, usually stress level increases, especially for Think Fire, because Think Fire a lot of time run on passion. So when the Clearwater come, right, it's a loss of passion. It become very mangzang, very mangzang. Like that. Only one enjoy the work, right? It's not difficult to enjoy the work, lah. Okay, right? As a routine should be fine. Depend, right? So now, this one, we're talking about invention. Then it's basically the fire extinguisher. So it's the Clearwater coming in. It's like fire extinguisher. Oh, and then everything extinguished. Right. So it is also important that the what we call the fire extinguisher is there to save critical asset. So that's where the indirect wealth come in, right? So the indirect wealth come in basically is telling you that you need to concentrate your fire on the important tasks and to basically cut off the unimportant tasks, from things. So which means that there are certain tasks that really need to be snubbed out. You really need to have that determination to snub things out. So it's like, imagine the fire getting too wild. Fire, because 7 killing, your aggression really go up. right? Kui and thing opposite plurality. Yeah, opposite lah. Right? Thing is fire, kui is water mah. Same. Right? So same basically, right? So then you have this, then you know you understand that maybe you are in a situation whereby you are exploding, right? So snuffing some of the fire out is not a bad thing to do. All right, so just be careful. Again, thing fire usually have heart related issue, right? So because the thing represent heart, so when the 7 killing come, just be careful of fire related matter. Right, so then you got Wu Earth, right? So Wu Earth got direct wealth hurting officer, right? So and anyhow, direct wealth hurting officer, it is still called the output producing wealth combination, right? So it's basically now this is the situation of when somebody discover precious metal or discover gold, right? So during the period whereby people are doing gold prospecting, Hoi Kam San, right? So they go to America, right? So now a lot of China people was once conned to go to America to look for gold, but they were conned to go there and build railway, right? So that was the situation. So you just imagine a gold explorer when they go in explore gold and then they go and find gold already. What does the movie do? The movie will see this fella holding the gold and then run back to the town and say, I found gold. So this is direct wealth hurting officer, right? So I don't know what's the advantage of going back there and screaming that I found gold, but the movie is always like that. Then what happened is that now everybody will go to that particular area to also try to find gold, right? This is the particular situation. So it's like a mining community already. Right, so where people go there and your job is to basically to filter out all the precious material, right? So that's good, right? So that's one way of good. This combination is very good if you if your main method of making money is through attention dragging. So if you are a marketing people, so people who do advertising, if you're people who do advertising, then this is a good combination for them. Right, so for generally other things, if you are looking for promotion, then HO direct wealth is good. It's like I completed the job already. I completed the job, right? So then that is fine, right? So if let's say that you just be careful. I completed the job already means that you are signaling you got time to do other people's job. That is the working world, by the way, right? So you don't get rewarded for completing job early one, unfortunately. You're in sales, then it's good. You close the deal faster. You got more time to go and close more deal. That is fine. Right? So, but if you are just a normal salary worker, I would shut my mouth if I finish the job. Right? If not, they're gonna pile more job to you. Unless you are telling yourself that I want to show off to people that I'm great because there is a promotion coming up. Right, there's a promotion coming up, right? So that's why I want to show off to people. Then that one is fine. So again, everything depends on your circumstance, whether it's okay or not okay. Right, so we're back to Chi. That's it. That's all your 10-day master. Right, so for this particular month, right? So depending on what you need. So again, right, there's two ways for you to use this. One is to take a look at what you are, so that you are determining that what are the event impact towards you. So look like the theme is like this. Then you structure your activity to suit, right? Structure your activity. No lah, this month clash with rabbit, stay away from friends. No lah, got nothing to do with that. Right, nothing to do with stay away from rabbit friends. Actually, this is a good month for you to support a rabbit friend. Right, because that the rabbit friends is already in problem, right? That the fella is already a bit unstable. You go and support, so that the fella owe you, understand? The fella owe you, So back to this, right? So second way for you to do so is that I need this particular energy, which is an energy that I don't have. Then I go and find other people which is of that particular day master, so that I know that they have that particular energy. Understand? Right, so that's how you basically use this. Is either you have it, you go and choose. Yeah, build more brownie point. Exactly. Right, so that's why you study this. You see, when you study this, you know that I already know this particular month, right? This particular person is gonna have a bit of a challenge, in terms of the career, because let's say that the career is rabbit. So now this particular month, you can basically go and Why is rabbit unstable? Because rabbit and rooster is a clash. So now it's a rooster month, so rabbit will generally become unstable. Rabbit feel threatened. That's all. It's a feeling of threatened, right? May not necessarily be anything, right? It's just a feeling of threat. All right, guys, right? So that's it for the month of September, right? Use the information as you need. So on my side, always, appreciative if you can share this content to the rest of your community. Whichever community that you're in, they are into Chinese metaphysics, they want to use this as a tool set to help improve their lifestyle, right? So send this to them, right? So send this to them, or you can point them to the newsletter so that they can subscribe to the newsletter and get the same information, right? So good morning for you. Let's aim for 1K. Yeah, right? So let's see that. Bye, guys.